So I'm about to teach you the 5 rarely used personal brand positioning statements that over 183 of my clients that I've had the pleasure of working with over the last 12 months have used to position themselves as extraordinary brands. The crazy thing is, just a few years ago, I had absolutely no idea how I wanted to position my personal brand. Now today, I have clients with well over 1 million followers who come to me for my advice because of the personal brand that I've created for myself. And the reason I was able to catapult myself into one of the top personal branding consultants in the industry is by first clarifying these 5 positioning statements that for some reason no one is even really talking about. So you might be someone who's struggling to stand out in a crowded marketplace, or you might just want help crafting the perfect positioning statement for your brand. Well, you're in good hands, because today I'm breaking down the 5 personal brand positioning statements that you absolutely have to nail inside of your brand. These 5 positioning statements help you clearly articulate exactly what your brand stands for and how you're different than everyone else in your industry. And this crystal clear clarity that these 5 personal branding statements create is absolutely essential if you want to grow and stand out in your industry. So welcome to the channel. My name is Darren Peel. I'm a personal branding consultant that specializes in helping you get to $1 million personal brand. In fact, the sole purpose of this channel is to help you create and build your $1 million brand. So if you're not already subscribed, please take a second to hit that subscribe button below. Let's get into it. So like a lot of you, when I first got started, I thought a lot of these positioning statements were just fancy marketing jargon and just things people say, like establish your mission statement and create your core values. But I never really thought any of those things created much value for your personal brand. But I honestly struggled for years to really understand what my personal brand stood for. I was jumping from niche to niche, from side hustle to side hustle, not really knowing exactly what it is that I was doing. I could never really find a niche or a message that landed with my clients. I told myself that if I just kept working harder, if I just kept putting myself out there, that the message would come and that my clients would see the value in what it is I was doing. But let me tell you, that is a lie. But then I realized that without clear positioning, I didn't stand for anything. And I was just another small voice in the ocean of experts. Frankly, I had absolutely nothing that helped me to stand out. And now to jump forward to today, myself and my clients are able to demand premium prices and stand out because of the time we've taken to clarify these 5 positioning statements. It's honestly a relief when you know exactly what it is that you stand for and why you can demand these premium prices. You're able to communicate your value in a way that resonates with your clients. So this not only transforms how you position yourself and how you market, but it can potentially transform your entire confidence as an entrepreneur. So make sure you stick around at the end and catch all 5 positioning statements, because each one is unique and each one is uniquely designed to give you a different aspect of your messaging and your position. I'm also going to be breaking down the psychological triggers within these statements that makes you irresistible to your clients. So let's start things off with an absolute banger and one of the most important statements that you have to nail. I consider this to be the foundation of personal branding statements. This statement is none other than the Onliness Statement. Oh, and I almost forgot, make sure you take a second to click the link below this video and download the free PDF that I have that goes along with this video. You can download this PDF in the link in the description and follow along and fill in the blanks for each of these 5 personal branding statements. All right, so back to the Onliness Statement. This statement follows a very simple yet powerful structure, and here it is. I am the only one who helps insert niche to insert results through my, and then insert your unique process. What makes this so effective is that it immediately sets you apart by making a territory that's all your own, where no one else can compete. The key is that it's not about being better than your competition. It's about being the only one that does what you do for your clientele. It's about being different in a way that matters to your audience. So let me give you a brief example. I am the only personal brand consultant who helps coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs to double their revenue while working 20 fewer hours per week through my profit time matrix methodology. Do you notice how specific this is? The niche is clear, the results are quantifiable, and you're positioning yourself through your unique method, through your unique process that no one else has. So in order to get the results that you're specifying, they have to work with you to get access to your unique methodology. So when crafting this statement, ask yourself, what combination of who you help, what results you deliver, and how do you do it that makes you truly unique? The more specific, the more powerful. So one of my clients, a fitness coach, everyone seems to be a fitness coach nowadays, was really struggling to stand out. When we crafted her Onliness Statement, I am the only fitness coach who helps busy executives achieve sustainable weight loss through my boardroom body protocol. She not only saw an increase in her inquiries, her inbound inquiries, but she also started to attract more of her dream client, those busy executives. Now let's shift to the second positioning statement that's going to help you be seen as the authority within your niche. So the naming of this one is pretty straightforward, but it is none other than the authority statement. This one is designed specifically to crush any objections that somebody might have about your credibility before working with you. Here's the template. I am the best person to get you, insert results, because insert unwavering proof. Now this one's very straightforward, but it is oh so powerful. The psychology behind this is absolutely fascinating. Studies show that perceived expertise increases trust by 83%. When you boldly claim expertise, but also, more importantly, back it with proof, you trigger what psychologists call the expertise heuristic. The expertise heuristic is a mental shortcut that your audience will use when they see you as the expert. They will assume that your solutions work. So take, for example, Mr. Beast. He has millions of followers. If he says anything related to YouTube, you're going to immediately assume that that's the truth and that it works, regardless of how good the advice is. Now, if you take, for example, me, and I say, hey, here's how to blow up your YouTube channel, and I'm sitting here at the moment with 107 followers, you're gonna be like, okay, Darren, I see you're good at personal branding, but you're probably not the best at giving YouTube advice. This advice is probably trash, which I wouldn't give that advice, which is exactly why I wouldn't even be giving that advice in the first place. So another powerful example here would be, I'm the best person to get you to 6 figures in your coaching business because I've helped 127 coaches cross that threshold in the past 3 years. I've documented every step of the process. Now, what's important to note is the specificity of the amount of clients, the results that they have achieved. It could even be more powerful if you added something like the dollar figure or the average dollar figure that people help achieve. One of my clients, they track how many clients hit the 10K mark and how long it takes them, so they can have concrete evidence to say 187 people have hit the 10K mark through our process within 63 days. For example, the key here is that your proof must be concrete and irrefutable. Vague claims like I've helped many people don't really land as well as the specific and exact numbers. The icing on the cake here is you can pair these statements with testimonial pages on your website, something I like to do for my clients, where you list all of the actual results, the proof, so that they can go there and that it's absolutely irrefutable. Hey, so if you're liking this information so far and you're a coach, consultant, or personal brand trying to blow up and scale their personal brand to the 7-figure mark and beyond, then I invite you to click on the link in the description and see if working with me and my team to help you grow, scale, overhaul your brand is something you'd like me and my team to help you with. So click the link in the description of this video and apply to see if working with me and my team is right for you. So the third positioning statement that we have for you today is what separates the imitators from the innovators, and that's your differentiation statement. So the template is as follows. Most other experts in, insert your niche, will tell you common approach, but what actually works is, insert your approach. Now, what makes this statement so powerful is that it directly addresses the elephant in the room. The fact that your clients have heard conflicting advice, that there's other people who are claiming the same thing. Positions you as someone who thinks differently and has discovered a better way to achieve the results that your clients are after. For example, most other experts in social media marketing will tell you that you need to be on every platform to succeed. But what actually works is mastering just one platform where your ideal client already hangs out and is creating content that converts. The statement works because it creates cognitive dissonance. When somebody reads or hears this approach, this differentiation statement, they immediately want to know what makes your approach work and why the common approach that they've heard of doesn't work. It triggers curiosity, and it also establishes you as a thought leader, not just a follower of what everyone else is doing. If they've already heard your advice, your process thousands of times, then when you say it, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. They're not going to pay attention. A client of mine in the relationship coaching space created a statement that really resonated with her clients. Most other relationship coaches will tell you that communication is the key to fixing your marriage. Like me, you're probably nodding your head. Yeah, that makes sense. But what actually works, piques your curiosity, what actually works? I'm curious myself. What actually works is rebuilding emotional safety first, which then naturally improves communication. Not only did this reel in which she presented this message go viral because of all the communication back and forth, but it actually increased the amount of conversations that she was having with her leads off of one reel and one specific message. Now let's move on to the fourth positioning statement that showcases you and your unique qualifications. I should probably get a little more creative with the naming here, but this one is very straightforward. It is the qualification statement. Now, don't get me wrong, it's straightforward, but it is extremely powerful when you get it right. This statement addresses the question, why you? A question that is always top of mind for your potential clients. Here is the template. No one else possesses the unique combination of insert qualifications, certificates, skills, experience, results that makes me uniquely qualified to help you. Now, this is similar to the first statement when you're establishing the onlyness, that you're the only one, but rather than focusing on a combination of things, it's focusing on your unique attributes, experience, and results that you've gotten before. This statement works because it's acknowledging that yes, there are other people in my field, there's other competitors that are promising you the same thing, but I am one of a kind and nobody is as qualified to get you the results as I am. It highlights your unique journey and positions you as the absolute best in class to help them get the specific results that they're after. A powerful example of this would be, no one else possesses the unique combination of decades in corporate marketing, leadership, certified NLP training, and having personally built 3 7-figure personal brands that makes me uniquely qualified to help you transform your expertise into a recognized brand. Powerful. The science behind this is what psychologists dub the distinctiveness effect. We remember and value things that are distinctive and that stand out to us. By highlighting your unique combination of skills, experience, and results, you're making yourself more memorable and also more valuable in the eyes of your clients. But one key here is when you're creating this statement, try to avoid just listing all of your certifications, all of your education. A lot of times that doesn't mean a whole lot to your clients. Try to come up with 3 to 4 of the most relevant and also impressive, dare I even say unique qualifications or experiences that you have that makes you uniquely suited to get them results. Now let's move on to the final positioning statement that will compel people to work with you specifically. Hey, before we get to that final one, this is a new channel that I am trying to grow, so it would mean a lot if you take a second to hit that like button if you are enjoying the content up to this point. Now let's get into it. Now on to the last one. The fifth and final positioning statement is what I call the vehicle statement. This is what I like to say turns interest into action. So here's the template. My insert program, service, process is the best way to get to insert desired result because ... insert proof that you have to support this vehicle. This statement focuses on how your methodology specifically is the absolute best vehicle to take your client from where they're currently at, the pain that they're in, to where they want to go and the results that they want to achieve. So this creates urgency because it positions your vehicle, your methodology, your program as not only the best result, but also the most efficient way to get to the results that they're trying to achieve. And when you convince your audience that your vehicle is without a doubt the best way to get to where they want to go, then they have no choice but to work with you amongst the crowd of competitors. They have no choice but to work with you to get those results. All right, so a compelling example of this, my Brand Authority Accelerator program is the best way to position yourself as a thought leader in the industry because it combines strategic content creation, media exposure, and back-end monetization in a synchronized system that builds momentum exponentially rather than linearly. So I'm emphasizing here the idea that this is a synchronized system, that all the elements that you have so carefully crafted and put together into one package work synergistically to get results better than any other process, any other coach, any other competitor could get your audience. And another reason this is so powerful in conjunction with the previous 4 is because it's not just saying, hey, I'm the best. It's not you focused. It's focused on the vehicle itself. So it takes the focus off of you as the expert and puts more focus on the vehicle itself and its potential to get them results. So the most effective vehicle statements address not only why you get the best results, but also why your vehicle is the most efficient way to get those results. So it's not only effective, but it's efficient. People don't just want results. They want the fastest, most reliable path to these results. One of my mentorship clients revised their vehicle statement to say, "My fitness coach evolution framework is the best way to scale your health coaching business because it prioritizes profit margins first, then strategic growth. We're the only ones that hold your hand from setting up a business to scaling past 10K to reaching $1 million mark. This is the opposite approach of most fitness business gurus who chase revenue at the expense of profitability. We hold your hand every step of the way." And it's no surprise that this mentorship is growing month over month, and they are arguably one of my most successful clients. All right, so there you have it, 5 powerful personal brand positioning statements. Now, if you haven't already, take a second, click the link in the description, download that free PDF, not only for the purpose of this video, but so that you can fill this out, continue to refine it, and continue to reference it as you grow and scale your personal brand. Now, as a quick recap here, remember that the Onliness Statement establishes your unique territory. The authority statement crushes credibility objections. The differentiation statement positions you as an innovative thinker. The qualification statement highlights your unique background. And last but certainly not least, the vehicle statement compels them to take action and work with you. The most successful personal brands that I've worked with, they don't just try to throw out all these personal branding statements at once. Instead, they strategically deploy these positioning statements throughout their customer journey and across different touch points within their marketing. For example, the sub-headline in the hero section of your website may lead with the Onliness Statement to capture your audience's attention, while your sales call may leverage aspects of the authority statement and the vehicle statement. The key with all of these statements is consistency and authenticity. These statements should reflect your genuine strengths and unique philosophy, not just an invented persona. When you find these positioning statements that truly resonate with who you are and how you want to position yourself and your brand, your marketing becomes less about convincing and more about connecting. So hey, if you like this video and you want to learn more about how to grow your personal brand, I made this video up here specifically to help you take one of the first steps in growing your personal brand, which is creating irresistible lead magnets. Make sure you watch that next.